I am Victoria Lee from Behind the Music for Marshall Music, and today we have a very special guest with us. Lee, thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Of course, it's an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I'm excited for this one. I have quite a few questions for you. So I did my research and I didn't realize you started singing at the age of 10 and writing at the age of 13. That's a very tender
I know it is,
Please tell me about that.
Yeah, no, it's the music passion. I think music is something that chooses you. I think from a young age, you kind of know this is what I want to do, you know. So at the age of 10, I was into a Westlife album. Because that was obviously, A for Westlife, exactly. And with my mom, and she'd always like introduce me to new music and stuff like that, and my dad and all that. And I was into Westlife. I liked the way they're singing, and then I was like singing in the shower, and I was just telling my mom, listen, Mom, I actually want to sing. But at this point, I was about 7. And then I had my aunt's birthday, which we went to, and I prepped like a Westlife song to sing there. Sang it, and you know the family, the grands, like, oh, you can sing, you know, you go for it.
Yes.
And my mom was like, no, he's a small boy, he's too young, you know. And as time passed, my mom wasn't taking me seriously. And then when I was 10, I said to her, Mom, I'm serious, like I really want to sing. And then one day she was at a robot and she saw fly for vocal lessons, and that's literally where it all began. Then I started going to singing lessons. Through the years, started doing shows here and there, started writing at 13. And I think when I started writing 13, that's when like everything opened for me. Is
there anything that you still hold on to from when you started writing at 13?
Oh, for sure.
Or do you look at it now and go like, it's a bit questionable?
No, that's all questionable. But you gotta hold on to it, because that's, you know, this is the humble beginnings. You start sounding like absolute dog crap, you know. It's just what it is. It's just what it is.
Yes.
And you get better with time. Yeah.
So you're from Portuguese heritage. How does that influence growing up in South Africa?
Yeah.
Does that give a different flavor to your music? Oh,
for sure. I think the crazy part is that, like, my full name, Leandro, that's my full name.
Yes, I read that actually.
Yeah, Leandro Coimbra, so it's as Portuguese as it gets. But I think growing up in a Portuguese community, you're always very connected with some sense of, there's always like a feeling that you've got a larger family, if this makes sense. So there was always like events on the weekend where there'd be traditional dancing, traditional music. So you're always involved in that kind of circle, and it's like a very tight-knit community that's quite supportive, quite special. And all my success today, it all came from starting to sing at Portuguese clubs and all this and all that. So it's been a cool ride, and now as my career slowly, you know, comes up the ladder, it's cool that I can give back slowly to the community. They believed in me from the start, so that's cool.
That is very cool. When I did my research, I came across an interesting fact that you went viral for covering a Zulu song. I can't remember the name right now.
Akanamali,
Akanamali, korothanda yonke into egiyo. Akanamali, korothanda yonke into egiyo.
Yes. What is the difference between going viral with something like that and actually breaking through with your song, what was it called?
I Don't Want to Wait.
I Don't Want to Wait.
The difference, I would say, is that when you go viral with a cover, you get a lot of attention very quickly. I'll never forget that Akanamali cover. I was in China with a friend of mine, and he told me, bro, you need to do a Zulu cover. And I said to him, what do you mean? And he played me the song. He's like, I'll teach you the lyrics. When we get back home, let's learn it. Just release it. Just see what happens. So I was like, yeah, how cool. Why not? And I actually really liked the song. So when we got home, I did release the song. As I released it, literally, it was the first time I'd ever come to terms with like something actually going viral.
Yes.
And I'd be on Facebook, and every hour I'd check, and it's just like 10,000, then 100,000, and it's just like, and that was very cool to see. But the problem with that is, it's short-lived. So everyone knows you then, you got the cover, but it's not like any sort of long-lasting effect in terms of building a career from that.
Yeah.
The difference is when you have your own song that goes viral, or that's playing on radio and everyone loves, that then kind of like opens the door for a career, and that's different gravy.
I was actually listening to your cover of the Zulu song, and it was like 341,000 views, something like that. On YouTube. That's
it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So that was my first little taste of what was to come. And you learn a lot. Every little chapter, every little one every little lost always teaches you something. So
For sure. Your writing process, like I find it quite interesting from where you started. Your writing seems to be very emotional and vulnerable.
Yes.
Is it autobiographical in a sense? Where do you get the inspiration from? Is this your life story?
Yeah, people ask me that all the time. The truth is, it's not autobiographical at all. My songwriting process is very... A lot of artists write this way. A lot of artists prefer lyrics first, but I usually try and make the melody first. For me, that's key. If you make the melody first, then you can always tailor the lyrics to that. But the melody needs to be strong, right? Because take Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, for example. You could replace every word in that, Billie Jean, and na. You could do anything. I'm at Marshall Music, looking at sound cards. The melody, do you understand? Do you understand? The melody catches you. The melody grabs you. So if you have the melody, then lyrically you can spend time just crafting a message that you feel is authentic to you and that people want to hear. So that's my process. I focus more on the melody and then I switch over to the lyrics and then I'll be like, okay, what are you going through? What is something that I think people could relate to? And then you kind of build it from there.
I find your music very relatable.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It really strikes a chord.
Okay, that's good. Excuse the pun.
Excuse the pun.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you your influences. I've read that you have various genres of influence.
Yes.
How do you amalgamate those? How do those influence you? Because it's from rock all the way through to something else.
Yeah,
it's like a genre soup.
It's like everything.
Yes.
You name it. I think you don't realize that at the time, but growing up, you obviously like bombarded with the 80s, the 70s, the current music. You don't realize at the time.
Yeah.
But now when I'm writing music, there are moments when I catch myself making something like that is so Coldplay, that is so I'm on Republic, that is so AC/DC, whether it's like a high falsetto scream or whatever it is. And they influence you in ways you don't even know, because as you're writing, you coming up with a little line or a little like inflection in your vocal that kind of gives away what you've been listening to. So it actually impacts the way you write and the way you see music in a massive way.
Your track Blind.
If you let me, I would let you. Love be blind, love be blind, love be blind. All the way through.
Has reached so much radio play.
Yes.
How many million streams now? It is something
something, yeah.
So first and foremost, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But I see you also like moved away. Your genre has changed a little bit. Is that intentional or is just how it played out?
To be honest, I'm just writing and just hoping. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, boy, this is working for you.
It's I was at a crossroads. I think in 2020 I released I Don't Wanna Wait. That's the first song that opened doors for me.
I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna wait for you, I don't wanna lie to you, I'm done.
And then as I was releasing music, it's important, I feel, as an artist to evolve.
Yes.
And if you're constantly writing the same sort of song with the same sort of production, the same sort of genre, at some point you're going to get stuck because you're going to be a one-trick pony and you don't want to do that. So
I agree with you.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Ballads are my forte, they're my strength. I could write a ballad right now for you, it's what comes naturally to me. But you can't also be about that. And I love challenging myself. So a lot of these songs in the past 2 years, they started out as projects that I'm like, there's no ways I could sing on this, right? There's no ways. And then I'd sing on it and then people would be like, because the thing about Lee Cole and the brand is the selling point, or should I say the point of my brand that kind of gets your attention is my vocal and the way my vocal sounds.
Yes, 100%.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So because I'm aware of that, I've got to make sure that whatever I write, any song, any genre, if my voice goes on it and it doesn't feel like Lee Cole, then I definitely can't do it, right? But I'd also have to take into consideration that my tone is very specific. There's been songs that I've written that I love the song, but then when I put my vocal over it, the tone of my vocal, it takes up your attention quicker than the music does, and then I have to scrap that. So there's a lot of technicalities, if you will, when it comes to trying to experiment. But to answer your question, all these songs now are just experiments, and I'm just trying to reach for bigger stars. I'm trying to see, okay, how complicated will it be if I put just drums and a vocal? How complicated will it be if I did like a bit of a country record? So
that's pretty cool.
Whatever comes. I'm having fun making everything and anything. I mean, if you take, for example, Blind as opposed to my song Ice Cream.
That was what I was thinking.
It's like chalk and cheese. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like it though. It's really cool.
It's different. It's different. You just never know. It's like a Jack in the Box, you know.
So do you have this creative freedom, or do you get guided by a creative team?
No, it's all me. Everything here is all me in my studio.
You make all the choices, everything.
Yeah. Look, I can't say all me. Also, that's also being unfair. So what we'll do is, we'll start a song, and then, I mean, I can play guitar, and I can, but I can't play guitar to a level that like my guitarist can play. He plays at an unbelievable level. So, for example, I'll start guitar on a track. I'll track the basics, and then when it's ready, I'll bring him in, and then he'll just give me that aromat. He'll just absolutely spice up the whole project.
You like a little bit of MSG.
No, a little bit of MSG. Yeah. Not good for you, but a little bit of MSG.
It makes everything work.
So yeah, that's what I tend to do. But the vocals, the songs, the production, it's all done in house by me. Obviously, then I get a mix elsewhere, but that's the process. Yeah.
Do you still use the producer? Is it DeGrazio? Am I pronouncing it?
John DeGrazio?
Yes.
Yes, no, I don't. Actually, the last time I used him was for my song Cold and Emotional. Those are the last two songs I used him for.
Who's your production team at the moment?
Me.
Just you?
Just me, myself, and I, yeah.
Tell me about that moment where you actually, like you said, your music sounds a little bit different. Now you've grown, you're venturing into other things.
Yes.
Tell me about the moment where you actually look at the data, the feedback from your previous tracks, and you have to go like, okay, I'm going to go another direction. Like, how do you make that decision? Or you're just like, I'm just going to hoy and see what happens?
That's honestly such a good question. I'll tell you why that's a good question. For me, when you start to experiment, like now what I'm doing with the songs, you got to be careful with going too far. Because what ends up happening is then people that love you for what they know Lee Cole as, when you give them something completely new, then it's like going to I don't know, a dealership or coming here to Marshall Music and wanting a Taylor guitar, and when I get you, give me an Ebenezer.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So people have obviously become very accustomed to what I bring to the table. The minute you stray too far from that, it becomes tricky. Now, to answer your question, I'm the type of person that when I finish a song or a demo, I'm always playing it for everybody and anybody. I don't care who you are. The reason being is because even though you might not know about music, in the minute I play my song to you, I can tell by your body language, your eyes, your smile, everything, how it's affecting you. And there's times where I played for people in my studio and I can see they're not getting it. It
doesn't land.
And if that happens too many times with too many people that don't know each other, then I know, this is not landing at all. But on the upside, there also have been songs where a person told me, and then I released it and it was like a commercial success. So it's just you're going with the waves here. You really don't know what's going to happen. That's the exciting part, to be fair.
How do you deal with that vulnerability though? Because I think as musicians, you expose yourself so much. I mean, you can get negative comments. How do you deal with that?
Look,
how do you process the information?
It's not easy, especially because, I mean, some songs, it takes effort and time to put it in and to craft it and to, you're polishing, and it's like in a lab. But yeah, it's difficult sometimes because you'll spend some time doing something and you'll pour your energy into it, and then people are like, this is just not it. And then you've got to take them to the chin and be like, okay, let me not just have a bad day, let me turn this into something productive. So it's a lot of being a muso, and I would assume being an actor and assume like with careers where the margins of success are so small, a lot of it is actually a mental game. So when you do make it to the top and you're making a lot of money, I don't think I think some people go through a lot of physical hardship, but it's the mental toll that it takes on you is crazy. And as I was explaining to my friend as well, it's like when you get onto stage, the minute you set foot onto stage and you come to the front of that mic and people are watching you, you're opening yourself up to ridicule and rejection.
Yes.
Off the cuff. Because people watching you, they don't have to like you.
They don't.
They don't.
I can't imagine that you get a lot of that. I mean, I've seen you perform.
Oh, no, trust me.
Really?
I've had some shows where it just was a complete L.
Just tell me about those, because I'm sure,
definitely.
We're going to have youngsters listening to this.
Yes.
And maybe they need to know that it's not all stars.
It's definitely not. Look, obviously most of the time the shows go according to plan, but there are plenty of times where you take a fat L on the shows. And you're on stage and no one is vibing with you. And now you must look these people in the eyes, or for example, you're on stage, and at the back you can see like two guys just sitting like this, looking at you, and they're looking at you, and they're laughing at you.
Ouch.
They're like nudging you, and they're like laughing because they don't think you're very good, or they're not really vibing with whatever you're doing.
I would struggle with that.
And you've got to see that and know what that means, and still look people in the eyes and be like, and sing and perform with the same level of enthusiasm. So it's a lot of a mental thing. But it's not easy. I think you train yourself with time, and then eventually what ends up happening is the better you get, the less those moments start happening.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because they're always going to happen. Because not everyone likes you. There's people that don't like Celine Dion. There's people that don't like Adele.
True story.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I'm not one of them, though.
I'm also not one of them. I think you should get your head checked if you don't. But that is the reality of the world. So, yeah, it's tough. And you with time, you develop a thick skin. And then eventually you're like, you know what? Actually, I don't care. I'm doing what I love. This is what I'm doing.
That's a good place to be.
Oh, 100%, yeah. 100%, yeah.
I've been, like I said, to a few of your performances, and the one thing that I always find interesting, it's almost like you have this gift of like really connecting with your audience.
Okay, thank you.
Is it something that you like focus on? This was a decision to do that,
yes.
Or was that natural? Because I see you like walking into a crowd,
yeah.
And quite a few times at your shows, I always feel like you actually make eye contact with me, and I think people respond really well to that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that who you are as a person?
Yeah. Look, I from day one, I've always been quite confident. I think it's just something that, and that's why I think this is for me, because you need certain skills to be able to do certain jobs, right?
Yes.
And I think when you're on stage, you can't. I can tell straight away on days when I'm not feeling so confident, and I don't make eye contact, or I don't like fully engage with people. I can feel there's a different shift in the energy. Whereas when I'm always confident, when I'm always engaging with, especially eyes. So I have this rule when I go on stage. I don't know if you want to tell for all the younger artists, whatever. It's just like a golden rule that I use. The minute I go onto stage, the people that are in the front, and the front two rows, if it's a stacked up, I make sure over the first song to look at every single person in the eyes individually.
Yes, I've actually noticed that.
Yes. And now it's become actually habit. I'm not thinking about it. So, for example, on Saturday when you saw me
at Hangout, yes.
I noticed such a difference when I'm on stage singing, and people obviously they're like, "Ooh, they're liking the vibe, cool." But the minute you look, I don't know, it's like this acknowledgement.
It is, but I also saw some of the crowd like literally almost losing their minds when you walked into the crowd and you were like interacting.
Yeah.
And I saw girls like, it was actually really, really cool.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that's a gift that you're very good at that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, I've even heard people refer to you as the Lewis Capaldi of South Africa. How do you feel about that? Do you feel boxed in?
Definitely. I think that's terrible.
Okay, people, please stop saying that.
No problem. I think we have very similar vocals. But if you actually listen to, like, especially with my songs, and you listen to his songs, you could tell we're all quite a bit different. But there's a lot of similarities. Even James Arthur is quite similar vocally. So but the fact that they're even mentioning me in that bracket, yes, I'll take that. That's first prize. That's first prize. Yeah. So, no, it's cool. But obviously you want to carve your own niche. You want to carve your own.
For sure.
Yeah.
That brings me to the next question. Like, what are you busy with creatively? Are we looking at some new releases this year?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Lots of yes. So I'm actually, the goal is to release an album on EP this year. So that's been the goal. So since like January, I've been trying to write, but creativity is not something that you can force.
No, it's not.
It's not. Unfortunately, 1 + 1 is not 2 in this world. So my goal is by July, beginning of August, to release my EP or album. And that's been amazing so far. So I can't wait to.
I'm excited.
Actually, the song I'll play today, I'll play you guys one of the new tracks. It's called Fool.
I would be a fangirl in that moment.
Yes, please.
For sure. So it's funny that you mentioned that about creativity. How do you nurture yourself creatively? How do you draw inspiration? And just because it's a psychological thing, like we've mentioned
really
before.
Is. Yeah.
How do you nurture that aspect of yourself?
You know what the crazy part is? I've learned so much this year about creativity and about you've heard of writer's block. I mean, you're a writer, right? So
I do in my spare time.
Yes, she is a writer. So it's there's a lot of, you can get a writer's block. And then nothing comes. What I found this year specifically is a lot of artists, I think, when they start feeling bored, they will switch to something else, or pick up their phone or whatever. That is actually where creativity thrives, is in boredom. You've got to be bored.
Okay, allow that space.
I know this
to be bored.
it sounds weird.
No, I actually agree.
But it's 100% factual. Like,
yeah.
The longer you allow yourself to be bored, that's when creativity starts to stir. Because you start thinking, connecting dots that you wouldn't normally connect under normal circumstances. So that's been my key this year, is to be more bored. Because oftentimes, yes, I'm bored, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up this or do this or head out, go grab a coffee, or you distract yourself with all these little micro things. Just sit and do nothing. Just to do nothing for an hour. Wow. Sit on this and just be present. It's hard.
It is, but I mean, even the greatest teachers, that's exactly what they say.
That's what they preach.
Be still.
Be still.
Yeah.
And the water comes to you.
It really does.
It really does, yeah.
So what we're going to hear, is that another leap in genre, or is it similar to Ice Cream? What are we looking forward to?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Without divulging too much.
No, of course. I would say it's a mix of the two. It's a different sound, but it's a mix of Ice Cream and like something like I Don't Want to Wait. So Fool is like an example of that, the one I'll play. No, it's going to be cool. It's going to be different. And the cool thing about making music, you can make a song anytime. So you can release an album this year, you can release an album next year, you can release an album afterwards. It's lottery tickets, yeah, that's what it is.
As a vocalist, I mean, this is your tool.
Uh-huh.
How do you protect your voice?
Vocal technique, number one. Singing practices, singing exercises. I've been singing since I was 10, so I'll be 31. Yes, it's 31 already. 31 in...
Don't say that too loud.
No, it's just... I'll be 31 next week, 2 weeks' time. So
next week?
Yeah, 7th of May. That's my birthday. So anyway, moral story is it's coming up. And I've been singing for 21 years. So with time, that story that I told you at the beginning of the session was my mom got those pamphlets for vocal exercises when I was 10.
Yes.
Thank God she did, because that's what helped me get onto stage and have vocal stamina and be able to hit high notes and do things that would tire out a less experienced vocalist. It's technique, water, and rest. Those are the two fundamental things. But technique mainly, because when you know how to control your voice, when you're hitting a high note, what it's supposed to feel like inside.
Yes.
If you can make that repetition and practice that, what ends up happening is you can go on a full tour, like this previous tour now. I got vocally fit just before, and then the whole tour, I was banging all the high notes and doing all the tough stuff because it's conditioning.
Yes.
That's what it is. And then because I know what it feels like technique-wise, I can always just nail that same nail with a hammer, just boom, 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 boom. And that's been a game changer for me, is the vocal technique.
Do you think that would be part of your advice for our viewers?
Definitely. Have to, if you're a vocalist, if you're in music or you're writing your own song, I think any sort of vocal coaching lessons is paramount. 100%. Yeah.
Lee, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you for having me.
I appreciate having you.
Pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Throw all my fears away as I lie in the ruins of waste. Changed what I thought to change, but it's hard when you don't feel the same. Hating you ain't easy, so forgetting you is never in the plans. So maybe I'm a fool for hoping like I should. 'Cause lately I've been waiting for the bitter half of me to burn, baby. I'm a fool to love you like I do, to love you like I do. Through all I am alone, what's the point when you turn me to stone? Love is to friends, friend to ghost. Oh, to try again would almost feel like hope. So maybe I'm a fool for hoping like like I should. 'Cause lately I've been waiting for the better half of me to burn, baby. I'm a fool to love you like I do, to love you like I do. I should walk away, but you stay, you stay, you stay, you stay. I should lay you fade, but you stay, you stay, you stay, you stay. I burn in my veins. Okay, 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 okay. I should walk away. For me to burn, baby. I'm a fool to love you like I do, to love you like I do.